Hello and welcome to my review of the Genestealer Cults Acolyte Iconward. You can actually get this model separately still from Games Workshop. It's £17.50. It is a separate unit choice in the Genestealer Cult Codex. It buffs your army incredibly. It will cost you £17.50, which is the same price as the other sort of individual characters, like the Locus and the Nexus. I think they were £15. Don't quote me on that though. I'd have to go back and look at my other reviews. But anyway, I'm reviewing these as part of all the Genestealer Cults that I've reviewed recently, and I wanted to go through the whole army and just review every model. So I hope you find this useful. So what I'll do is I'll just show you the model. We'll have a look at that, and then we'll go through some size comparisons with other similar models and units in the army, and then we'll go through all of the rules. So a huge Sacred Cult banner, it's called, with the big Genestealer Cult symbols. The Genestealer Cults are going to see this from a long distance away. Got this little auto pistol there, got the tongue out, got the claw, you know, got 3 arms. Pretty straightforward. I do like the banner. I like that it's got the symbol on, so you can paint it any colour for the cloth, and then just, you know, bling it up with a bit of gold and things. You know, got a little cult symbol there, got a pistol holster. I don't know how it sort of puts that back in there, but there we go. So yeah, decent looking model, fair bit of detail. You can sort of make like a little Iconward thing out of the Acolyte Metamorph set, but that's as good as you sort of will get. You're not going to get one with a massive banner, but you can sort of make one, and if you're playing against me, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so some size comparisons then. So he is a separate HQ choice, so I've got a Primus there, I've got a Magus, and I've got a Patriarch. So he's definitely the shortest out of all of them. You know, he's been mutated, he's almost a Genestealer pretty much. So he is the shortest, he's got hunched back. I think he's shorter than the Abominant, yeah. So I'll say the shortest, smallest individual HQ choice that you can get for Genestealer Cults. How does he compare next to Space Marines? Well, yeah, he's very small next to a normal Space Marine, and then a Primaris could just kick him in the face pretty much, bless him. Anyway, so yeah, quite a small little HQ choice, but however, hopefully that banner won't draw too much attention from your opponent if you wanted to use him as a cheap HQ choice, not like a Patriarch or something which would definitely draw a lot of attention. Speaking of which, let's go through all of his rules. So you'll find him in the HQ section, like I said. He's a power points cost of 3 and a points cost of 53, which is extremely cheap. I think he includes that Sacred Cult banner. It doesn't look like you have to buy that anywhere else, which is very decent. His stat line reads movement of 6 inches, weapon skill, ballistic skill 3+, strength is 4, toughness 3, wounds 4, 4 attacks, leadership 8, and save of 5+. That's alright. It's good that he's got strength 4 and 4 wounds and 4 attacks. He is a single model armed with an auto pistol, rending claw, and blasting charges. So the auto pistol, it's a range 12-inch, pistol 1, strength 3, AP 0, and a damage 1 weapon. It's got rending claw, which is a strength of user, which is 4, AP -1, and damage of 1. And each time you make a wound roll of 6+ for the weapon, that hit is resolved with an AP of -4. Brilliant. You got 4 attacks, you're getting 6s, you got AP -4. That could be horrific. That's the key thing with all these metamorphs and things, is those rending claws. Blasting charge, it's a range 6-inch, grenade D6, strength 3, AP 0, and a damage of 1. So abilities, it's got Cult Ambush and Unquestioning Loyalty, Nexus of Devotion, roll a D6 each time a Cult Infantry or Biker model other than an Aberrant loses a wound whilst its unit is within 6 inches of any friendly Cult Acolyte Iconwards. On a 6, that wound is not lost. Pretty good. So 6s, you can ignore that wound. Sacred Cult banner. This is that big banner he's got in his right hand. You can reroll morale tests for friendly cult units whilst they are within 6 inches of this model. Pretty good. Bestial Devotion. Reroll bestial vigor rolls for 1 for friendly cult aberrant models whilst their unit is within 6 inches of this model. That's pretty good as well. So he buffs all of your army really. Normal cult models, infantry bikers, and even aberrants too. Keywords: Tyranids, Genestealer Cults, infantry character, and Acolyte Iconward. So yes, you can have him as a cheap 50-point HQ choice, and then, you know, go to town on all of your other expensive units if you wish, or you can have him support, you know, the Patriarch or the Primus or Magus and the Aberrants and the Metamorphs as well, all of your other army. Very decent buff for low points cost. But what do you guys think of the model and the rules? Please do put it in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching for the Norn Queen.